What's up, guys? It's Diana from Shaking the Culture. I'm here with
Zilla, pay attention.
I've been hearing voices in my head. So many choices lay ahead. I've been hearing voices. Told me if you ain't slide, need poison. Saying running out of time, can't ignore it. Told me that the world's mine, I'm important.
how are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime, anything
Yeah.
for Vicky.
Yeah, for
Alright.
sure. Vicky, hey, shout out Vicky now. Victorian Air
Honestly.
Management, all the way we going up. Hit me.
Honestly. All right, so tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do.
So, I like to consider myself an artist. I make music, in particular trap gospel. And I'm somebody who I think a lot of people can relate to. I got I think, a very common story. Just kind of, not to give y'all the whole rundown, but, coming from a struggle really where, my folks really ain't had none. They immigrants. So
Okay.
I'm originally West African.
Oh,
But I was born in Georgia, Wanda, Georgia. I might not have heard of that little country town. Little country boy for real. But I got big dreams, and I feel like, I got something I want to say, and I'm going to do it through the music. So that's what brings me here.
that is dope.
For sure.
All right. So, with you saying that your parents are immigrants, how do you feel like that's helped you?
I think for me, it's shown me, like, diversity from within. So, like, I'm somebody who has respect for all cultures. Just because I know what it's like to wake up and eat African food for breakfast, which if y'all don't know, that's some heavy food, man. We eating rice and meat in the morning. Americans like, what? But I still do, I go to Waffle House too. So, I feel like seeing that in the household, and it just taught me how to, like I said, appreciate just the differences in people and cultures in general. So I feel like it makes me more relatable too.
No, definitely. That's so cool. I didn't know that. That's cool. So, how did you get into the music industry?
So it's actually a family business. My dad raps, so he was doing that. Like, I've been in the studio. I would have to go in the archives, the vault, for let's see if I can find something. But I got tracks I was on, them old throwbacks where they always used to have the kids. Oh yeah, this my dad. That was me when I was probably like 5 or 6. So it's been a while. I was always around music, but I ain't started doing music till I was probably, what am I now, 25? Probably like 21.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's when you decided to take it
Yeah,
serious.
for sure.
So why at 21, even though you were making music?
I think for me, it never dawned on me that I could have something with music, because I was always around it, and I know I love music. 'Cause I always listen to music, right? All kind of music too, but I had never actually tried rapping or singing, nothing really like that besides other folk songs. So it came to, I remember, as a matter of fact, I was in Maryland at the time, and my pop had an event he was trying to do at a local church. He was like, he always mess around and be like, because I was getting older, he was like, son, I'll go up there and do his songs with him.
Yeah.
But he was like, nah, I need you to put something down on this. Like, Pop, I don't know what you talking about. I ain't, hey, look. But I ended up doing it, and from there, it's been history.
That's dope.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you feel like your father has taught you when
Man,
you're coming into music?
a lot. For me, never go industry. That was like my biggest thing. If you don't know what that means, but just stay true to yourself. Show love to your people on the way, and when you get to where you're trying to go, make sure you bring them with you. So that's like my biggest thing. I'm a super loyal person, which sometimes could get me in trouble, but especially in music. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I got folks that I know rely on me, and I'll make sure we accomplish the goals we try and reach. So
That's it.
that's kind of like some of that. And then when it comes to just the music in general, I mean, he taught me like all of that. So from knowing what a bar is to a beat, all that.
Okay. So what do you feel like inspires you most to create your type of music?
just life in general. I know that's like probably the worst answer you could give, but it's true. Just because for me, like depending on where I'm at, for me, I don't know. I'm gonna put it like this. So I'm one of the people who it's easier for me to write and struggle, and like that was for a long time. That was like all I knew. So music is more therapy, like a escape. You know, some way I could do something without getting myself into some trouble for real. So I'll go to the booth, I'll go to the mic, lay something down, and that's just how I work through things for real.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So do you remember your first song that you were like, okay, I'm gonna put this out on Apple Music, Spotify, iCloud?
Yes,
How
it was a
did
song called.
that go?
Hey, it's a song called Flex. Listen, if y'all go listen to it, understand it's been an evolution. You understand? Long time ago, but it's still hard though. It's just different. I don't know. Like I feel like I got so many styles in me. If you go back and listen, I dropped it probably I think 2018. But it's like I said, it's different. So I got like a new wave in me, like with the sound that I'm going with now. But like if you go listen to my older stuff, I got like trying to think who I compare it to. I don't know. It's almost like rock, rap, which is yeah that joint different, but it's hard though.
Okay, so
Yeah,
with
for
that
sure.
being said, where would you put your music? What genre would you put your music in?
I think if you go to like iTunes and ask them for, they'll probably say Christian hip hop, right? Because that's probably like the closest thing like box it could fit into. But for me, I don't know. I feel like I said trap gospel is what I'm calling it because ain't no shade, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of the music I hear nowadays with that label, that ain't really me because my music ain't necessarily for folks who in the church already. I'm trying to make music for people who on their way there, you know? So like somebody could listen to this at the clubs to hear about God, like, oh, that's crazy, that's on fire. Like that's the goal. I ain't, you know, a super holy churchy guy. But I love God though.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Like, I love the fact that you were like, okay, guys, before we start, let's go ahead and pray. That's different. I don't feel like a lot of people actually are like, well, I mean, they do it, but nobody really does it in front of everybody because everybody's always on some, like, what is he doing? Oh, like, always trying to judge you. And it's just like, no, like, do you. I respect you for that. Like,
Yeah, for
you can really tell, like, you're such a genuine person and whatever you do, whatever you put your mind to is because you genuinely want to do it. And I fuck with that. It's heavy, heavy, heavy. So tell us about new music you're going to release.
Yeah, so new music. I just dropped my single SRT. Friday, that was, I had to look at the calendar. Yesterday. I'm tripping. All right. So I dropped my single SRT the past week. I got a new single coming out with the video. Y'all got to pay attention. I'm telling y'all, it dropped Friday the 25th. Promo going out for that this week. And then I got both of them off the album. We dropping the album early, mid-July. So y'all be on the lookout. Sally.
So how did you come up with these singles?
That's a great question because I feel like the perspective or perception from like audience standpoint, somebody who just consumes music, is that you always super intentional when it comes to like the music making process. Or like when it comes to an album, like I sat down somewhere and said, okay, this is gonna be every song I put on this album, but it ain't really work out like that. I honestly was going through some stuff. I had just a few songs that I did during that time, and I was somebody who, there was a period of time where I probably dropped a song every week for like 8 weeks straight because I was just in the booth recording, and I could get in that mode, but like sometimes it'll come in season, so I was in a space where I just wasn't really feeling the music for real. And I had like 2 or 3 songs I did during that time, but then here recently I ended up doing like probably like 4 or 5 more. But the way it worked out was so dope. It was really God, because the concept of the album, I'm gonna give y'all a little sneak peek. Probably shouldn't be telling y'all this for real. But the album is called Pieces, Pieces, P-I-E-C-E-S. But the concept is basically it's supposed to show my transformation from being broken, right, being in pieces to having peace. So kind of like a play on words there. But like half of the songs I actually ended up recording during that probably year span was like what I'll call like pain, from a source of pain, and then like the other half of the songs was like just more of a like upbeat type thing. So it ended up working like with the concept, but it wasn't something I planned before. We ended up realizing a couple weeks ago, like these songs really line up like this, so that's the direction we're going in.
Yeah, no, that's hard.
Yeah.
That is so dope. Any music videos you're actually working on, and or do you have a favorite music video you're gonna shoot for this?
Right now, I just keep hearing I need to shoot a video for SRT, so I might end up doing that next. But Voices is done. Y'all gonna get to see that Friday. I'm real proud of it. It's definitely a different side of me. I'm not somebody who's super open. Not that I got nothing to hide, but I'm just a private person. I respect other people's privacy, and I like my privacy too. But I feel like this video and like the song itself is more letting y'all see like some of my inner thoughts and like how I feel about certain things for real.
Okay, so how did you come up with the concept for the music video?
So the song itself is called Voices, and basically in the hook I talk about hearing voices in your head. I promise I'm not crazy. But everybody got thoughts, right? Whether it's good or bad, you know, whatever you want to call it, temptation, urges, hey, demons, that's up to you. But everybody got voices. And so, like, for me, basically the song is really just talking about that good and bad, like the voices that I be hearing, like, or thoughts basically that come to my head for real. And so the music video kind of show like that battle. But I think it's something that definitely will be kind of provocative, you know, make you think, sit down, watch it a few times.
Okay, that's hard. So how do you come up with working with any artists or any producers? How does that come about?
For sure. Got to shout out the home team, Gap Stars. That's my family. It's a group of, like a collective for real. I consider us like Wu-Tang almost. There's so many of us, like 50 deep. But we all do music. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna lie, I was late to this interview, y'all, because we just came from Juneteenth in the city. We had a whole float in the parade.
That's hard.
Like, between them and then I got to shout out Engineer Keys, my boy Ant. He actually worked for Atlantic, but came up with that, man. He still be showing me love, so he really did like all the engineering for the album. And then the beats, I mean, hey, but yeah, that's home team for real. I gotta show respect, show love to them, cause to be honest, like especially with Gap Stars, they were like when I first really started getting into my music for real, they brought me in and kind of showed me the ropes, like, cause it's more than music than just getting behind the mic and recording, you know, a song. So yeah, they put me on the business, like when it comes to your distribution and royalties and all that, and you know, so gotta big up to them.
Definitely. With you, like, you know, wanting to have a career in this industry, how important is it to you to have the right people around you? And how do you know those are the right people?
I feel like with anything in life, you know, everybody know the cliche. I could tell who you are by the people around you. But like that joint is so true. It's so true. Like with everything. So like with the music, I think there got to be people around me who not only going in the same direction, but have the same mentality and drive. Because I'm in a place now, I've been doing music for a little bit, and I'm just tired of waiting. So like I'm in go mode, and I can't sit back and wait for nobody who just want to take their time. So like if you beside me, you got to be running too type thing. And I think keeping that same energy is important. If not, you're going to end up getting drained. You really need people around you who going to pour back into you.
No, definitely. Like your wife, yo, she does so much. Like shout outs to her. Because we were talking off the cameras that's how you met Vicky with the whole connection. So
right.
That you're super lucky, you know. You have a woman like that, and she's making connections without you even knowing, like that. Shout out
For
to you
sure.
guys.
I got an
Goals.
angel. Listen,
You too.
God bless me. I'm humble but grateful.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, I will let them know what kind of role she plays in your life.
Oh, for
She does a
sure.
lot.
So shout out my baby, and she actually do music too, y'all. So we gonna
Oh.
be dropping something soon. Don't tell her I told y'all. But she really do everything, and she's such a selfless person. Like for me, I got to remind her to take care of herself, because between our young daughter, which we just had, we got an 8-month-old, and just family in general, she's somebody who will put, every time she'll put family before herself. So, you know, when it comes to just household duties, she's a wife and a mom, you know, so she cook, clean, and all that. She still work. But besides her own dreams and ambition, because she got stuff we working on, like a business and all that, she makes sure when it comes to my music, you know, I'm staying on schedule, because I ain't gonna lie. I'm like one of them old heads. If you don't tell me what day it is, I don't know. Yeah, so, yeah, she keep me on point. Yeah, she keep me on point. She always reminded me it's like having a assistant who also your wife and best friend. She do all of that.
Everything
Yeah.
to you. Shout outs to her. Shout outs
sure.
to the queen herself. Definitely. So, where do you see yourself within 5 years?
I mean, within 5 years, I would think, I would say I know, number one, I'm going to be where I need to be. I honestly feel like at the end of this year, I'm kind of getting things in position now so that I could get to that point. But in 5 years, I would say I want to really be in a position. My whole goal through this music is not to get to the point where I'm rich or famous. Like, that's cool. But at the end of the day, my heart is really just to help and to give back. And so in 5 years, really, I say within the next 3 years, I'm going to be in a position where I could really give back to other young black men who might be going through something similar to what I went through. Our community in general. And just, I feel like my passion really is the youth. So just the youth for real, trying to give them direction. So they know it's not just the generation above them who judging them or don't understand where they coming from, but they got somebody who kind of in between. You feel me? I ain't old. I ain't no jet either. So, yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. So who inspired you to do music, or who did you look up when you were younger?
I mean, I think I listened to the same music everybody did. So, like, my idols was definitely Wayne, right? No ceilings. Wayne, what? Come on. Can't be that. Future. Obviously, I mean, nowadays, Lil Baby, that boy got the city on lock. Gunna, that's also new. But if we talking like old school, I ain't gonna lie, I'm diverse. So I listen to oldies. Like right now, that's probably the main thing I listen to. So I like Isley Brothers, you know, Al Green, that kind of music. And then, I mean, I still listen to, I had phases. I ain't gonna lie, I don't listen to like rock as much no more, nothing like that. But it's definitely an influence. So I just like good music in general, you know. I'm in a position now where, as a family man, you know, a father, husband, and just a man myself, I try to make sure that, like, the things I'm listening to is conducive to what I'm trying to see in my environment.
Okay.
So I try to make sure I'm not listening to too much negativity, but I listen to all kind of music, everything, really.
No, that's hard. That's so dope that you can literally just keep everything. You're not just into, you know, the hip hop industry, but you're taking bits and pieces to create your own thing.
For sure.
So what do you feel like you're bringing to the industry with your type of music, with your visions?
Honestly, I think just my 100% authentic self. I'm somebody who, I'm not shy, but I'm reserved. So on my music, I feel like I'm able to really fully express myself. And I think when you talk about, a lot of folks might not know what I mean when I say this, but like CHH or Christian hip hop, like that community is like real kind of traditional right now. And like I feel like I bring just a little bit different flavor to it for real.
Okay.
Yeah.
If nobody ever listened to your music, what song would you recommend them to listen to first? Off this new album coming up and from something old.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I was like,
y'all about to say that's hard.
Yeah, I know you have too much. Your music is hard.
Yeah.
The song. Wait, hold up. I have a favorite song. Give me a second.
Let hear it. We gonna see. 'Cause I ain't gonna lie. My wife tell me all the time she got a song she like, and I be like, baby, that ain't him.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I love the first song on Apple is You.
You do. It was one of my favorite songs making for sure.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
How did that come about? How did that song You come about?
That was also a different time. So I make a lot of music. Like I like to flip the perspective. So there'll be times where I might feel like down. I ain't gonna call it depressed, but I might not be up, like just feeling myself. But I'll make a song where I'm encouraging myself in the song, and it sound like, oh, he might be cocky or I don't know. But honestly, I'm just talking to myself. Feel me? So like with that song, it was like I was really just talking to God. I ain't gonna lie. That's who you is. You know. So that's really y'all hearing a conversation that I had. And I try to make it, you know, a little more fun or creative.
No, definitely. What about Goodbye? I fuck with that song heavy.
I don't know. That joint was just a little vibe. Like me and my boy on it. Shout out to man Dirty. But yeah, we just had. I don't remember. I think it was one day we were just in the house bored, like looking for beats, and we found a beat like this joint kind of hard to sample. I will say goodbye.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta listen to it. It don't sound like that. But
gotta tap in.
Sample 5. So we just went in. Like probably 10-15 minutes.
That shit's hard. Definitely hard. All right, so what song do you think anybody never listened to?
For me, out right now, I'll probably say Angel.
Angel, okay.
But either Angel or Love on the Way. Love on the Way, one of my favorite songs for sure. Song Hold a Real dear spot in my heart because it's like super real. Y'all gotta listen to it. But between Angel and Love on the Way for songs that's out now, and then off the album, I ain't gonna listen, y'all. I'm not promise. I'm humble. I promise. But look, I feel like every song is hard. So I don't know. It just depends on what mood you in. I guess like SRT, like more of a just out and about, like you know, hey. Conti, and then I got songs that's more reflective. So Not Afraid, I feel like is gonna be a powerful song, where I kind of talk about the climate, like politics and just the culture in the country, where, you know, in a certain sense, some of like the police brutality that's been going on, some of that kind of stuff, but just stuff that's also personal to me. But I feel like definitely it's relatable. So Not Afraid is one, and then I got another song called Nightmares and Dreams. I push myself, so y'all gonna see it's a little different than what my other stuff sound like, but I think it's fine.
No, that's so hard.
Yeah.
Are you and your girl dropping something?
Yes.
Is there gonna be any of that in the album?
No, so we actually we contemplating something we've been talking about really for like 2 years. I've been trying to get her to do this. 2 years, y'all, and she finally gave in. But we actually just sent off like really her first song. I'm just a feature on it.
Okay.
To get mixed. And we should be getting that back soon, but it'll probably be like, it might be a single. We probably do like a little 4-song EP or something, but it's also different because like the music I do, I told you, I feel like it's like trap gospel, so it's more street for real, but like her sound is more neo, like neo soul, R&B, jazzy kind of vibe, and like I could do that too, so.
Diverse.
Yeah, it's hard.
For fact.
Yeah, for sure.
That's so awesome. I honestly can't wait to see this album drop out. It's an album, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Pieces.
yes.
Early July. We looking at July 8th, but hey, don't quote me.
Exactly. But you said you actually been doing music for 4 years, but you feel like you just now.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, it's one of those, I wouldn't call it like Benjamin, but it's like, I got into the music not really knowing if this was something that I wanted to pursue. So like, I was experimenting, just kind of doing stuff, but it was, I feel like for the most part, I was still kind of coming out because my dad was somebody who really brought me into music, and I feel like I was doing it because he wanted me to, in a certain sense, or like just because I could, for real. But this album feel like my debut, and I say that just because like I know who I am as an artist now, you know. So like I'm still a rookie, but it's cool. We on it. Yeah, on the head top.
No, honestly. So is there any producers you want to work with later on in the industry? Or if, let's say they come across this, they're like, what? Like, yo, I want to tap in with him. Or producer, who do you want to work with? Or artist, any features?
I mean, hey, we in the city, so I gotta say Lil Baby.
Oh, baby, facts.
You know, for sure.
That'd be different for Lil
Or
Baby.
Future, you know, cause I feel like, hey, why not? But really, like I said, listen, I'll have different tastes of music. So I love God, but I still listen to music for real. And like all the while, so really hard to me. Key, got it, all of them. And then, I mean, if we're talking about like throwback or like within my community, like CHH for real, then I'll probably say like a Lecrae or something, somebody like who been doing it for a while, just to have that difference like between the generations. But I don't know. I feel like I have to get in that place to really see. But I have some different stuff in me. I'll just put it like that, because one thing I could say somebody I also looked up to as far as the music is concerned is like Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, he's hard.
Right? And I feel like the stuff he does with music is so interesting because he'll combine all kinds of genres and different ages and times, and like that's something I think is important to do because that's how you make music timeless. And like I got all kinds of interests, so why not get some with, you know, Erica?
That's hard.
Shout out Auntie. No cap.
That's crazy. No, I could definitely see you and Erica maybe doing something. That would be hard.
Yeah, that would be fun.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
That's dope. I did have another question. It just slipped out my mind when you said Erica. But
I got ADHD, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Dang, I'm just thinking like that would be hard. You and Erica. What type of song or genre would you want to do with Erica?
I think I'll take it there. So like, I don't know how familiar you are with like J. Cole's catalog, and I couldn't name the specific song, but he has a song that he did using the Erykah Badu sample. And so it would be kind of something in that way, like a bag lady type vibe, but like just with something different on it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I had to get in there and really see, but I don't know. I feel like I could put it like this. I don't know if you ever heard of Isaiah Rashad.
No, I haven't.
So he with TDE too, and he kind of on that. I guess you could call it like a neo soul, or like it's a different kind of wave for real. So something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's hard. So out of this project that you're gonna be dropping soon, what's your favorite song you've made? Is there a favorite song you've made?
Favorite song to make? Hold on. Put me on the spot. I gotta put my track list out.
Yeah, that you've made that you were like, yo, I can't believe this shit is hard.
Let me
Like,
see.
I didn't know I could make this.
Ooh. I had to say it's either gonna be Nightmares and Dreams, or I got a song on there called Renee's Interlude. The interlude for me is more personal. I like to do things in my music where I speak to somebody in my life, but I don't really tell the listener who it is. And I'm talking to somebody who's very close to me in that song. So to me, that's one that, like I said, it took a lot for me to do, and even definitely to get to the point I would want to share it. But like I said, I'm pushing myself just for y'all. And then that other so yeah, I got a few songs on there that's different. Nightmares and Dreams, like I said, that joint, when y'all hear it, it's definitely, I feel like, a switch up. and try to push myself. So I hope y'all enjoy it. We gonna see.
Honestly, I'm super excited to hear and definitely tap into songs that are your favorite and
Yeah.
you had fun creating.
Yeah.
Definitely excited to see what you and your girl have coming up.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for that because I was like, I'm thinking she does more of like, the marketing, like you said, and putting you stuff together. She sings,
Yeah,
guys.
she sings.
Sneak peek. She sings too.
Yeah,
Tap
for
into
sure.
that. I'm
I'm
excited
telling
for
you.
that.
Yeah.
All right, so where can we find your music? Where can we find you on IG? If any artists or producers want to contact you, how can we do that?
So social media on everything except TikTok. Somebody got to the name before me. I'm gonna have to figure that one out. But you can follow me at GS Zilla. That's Zilla, like Godzilla. That's IG. I don't really be on Twitter. I ain't gonna lie to you. I gotta do better with that. But that's IG, Facebook, and then on TikTok it's at _GS Zilla. And then as far as the music itself, you can find me on all platforms. So Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, Google Music or Google Play, all that at Zilla. So look for me.
No, definitely, guys, and everything will definitely be linked down below. What about any features? If anybody wants to come contact you with features or producers have any beats for you, where can they send that to?
So if y'all tap into the IG, all you gotta do really is hit that follow, and then I got my contact. So my manager contact information is on there. Y'all can really reach out directly to her. That is at Victorian ENT. Or you can follow or reach out to my manager at Victoria Area, and I'll give y'all that at in just a second.
Isn't it like Queen Victoria?
Yeah, let me pull it up.
I think I'm probably butchering that myself.
All right, so Victorian Era, ENT, or the Victorian Era. That's my manager. Reach out to her directly. She'll get at me. We can make it work. Definitely somebody easy to work with. Make sure you're ready, because I don't like wasting time.
No, definitely, guys, don't waste time. We're about to be in 2022. We can't be wasting time.
Not
time
at
is
all,
precious.
for sure. Yeah, gotta get to it. Yeah,
definitely. But yeah, like I said, guys, everything will be linked down below for his everything. Honestly, I gotta get all that down in the description box. And I'm your host, Diana. I'll see you till then.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime.
I'm hearing voices in my head. So many choices lay ahead. I've been hearing voices. Told me if you ain't slide, need poison. Saying running out of time, can't ignore it. Told me that the world's mine, I'm important. Yeah.